Now time now for tonight's Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda starting lineup for the Hornets. Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Marvin Williams, Roy Hibbert, Nicholas Batum, and Kemba Walker. The starting five for Charlotte. And now, for the first time in 2017, my partner Stacey King with his look at the keys to the game.
Well, number one key is going to be ball movement and player movement. The Bulls are 8-2 this year when they have more assists than the opposition. They are 7-15 when they have fewer assists than the opposition. Transition defense has been big the last 10 games for the Bulls. Teams are averaging 16 points a game fast break. Got to get back defensively. And then number one key, I think, is the head of the snake, Kemba Walker. You've got to neutralize him. Didn't have a good game on the 23rd of December. He was 6-16. Expect him to be in attack mode.
Well, the 2017 portion of this schedule is just underway, and already our man Chuck Garfien is unhappy as Penn State is beaten up on his SC Trojans. Chuck?
Hey, that's set to the starting lineup for the Bulls. A shake-up there. Michael Carter-Williams is starting, the new starting point guard for the Bulls. They like his energy and defensive pressure that he brings to the floor. As for Rajon Rondo, he is basically out of the rotation right now. It's been a big, quick fall for him. He has handled his demotion with class, however. As for Dwayne Wade, not playing tonight. He's got swelling in his left knee. They're hopeful that he'll be back Wednesday against the Cavs, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Chuck. And way to ignore
he completely ignored that.
Yeah, Penn State beating up on SC. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time coming up later in tonight's game. It's brought to you by Miller Lite. The Bulls win the tip and go to work. These two teams faced each other about 10 days ago. And that time in Charlotte, Gibson double teamed at the baseline. And then back out to Michael Carter-Williams. In and out, no good. Rebound, Lopez. Back out to Michael Carter. To McDermott and then flip to Jimmy. Butler against Batum.
They're a different lineup with Roy Hibbert. Not as athletic as with Zeller.
But they do have a rim protector in there. Michael Carter-Williams fires on the glass and got it to go.
And that's where he's got to look to attack Kemba Walker in the post. He's got size and length over Kemba. Get him in the post.
Kemba Walker, and as you look at the officials, Gerritsen, Kogut, and Davis. Backing in, and a drive blocked.
Good help by Robin Lopez.
And Jimmy comes the other way. Butler flashes left and then hits McDermott, who scores. Boy, that was a good cut there.
It was a great cut. He's out of bounds, but that was a good cut.
No bucket. He went out of bounds, came back in. But boy, he had some speed there.
Well, he's got to move. He's too good of a player to be standstill and being a standstill shooter. He's got to be moving to the basketball, making cuts.
Kemba Walker from outside. That's short. The Bulls had 4 white shirts there to rebound it. Lopez, a little dribble handoff. Michael Carter-Williams to Taj, open at the elbow. That won't go, and Batum the rebound. Batum fires one and scores. As that time he got a little mismatch.
It's just so smooth. Never looks like he's in a hurry.
He got down there with Michael Carter on him, and Michael Carter-Williams just couldn't hang. Here's McDermott. He knocks one in, and Doug looks early on like he's going to look for his shots.
Well, they look like they're moving him without the basketball. He's made 2 good moves to get scores.
Outside, Kidd Gilchrist. Now Batum raises up, missed that short, and the rebound. Carter-Williams back to McDermott. McDermott floats one up, missed that. He was off balance. And Doug with a couple of shots up already.
He's been very aggressive here in the early going.
There was a travel that wasn't called. Now Hibbert. He fires and scores. He has great size.
Well, he's really their only true low post threat. The other 2 young big men are more pick and pop guys. They shoot threes. Zeller a better pick and roll guy.
There's a foul on Kidd Gilchrist outside on Jimmy. That's his first, team's first. And a 4-4 game here in the early going. Again, Dwayne Wade out with that sore knee. They are hopeful that he'll be back for the game against Cleveland, in Cleveland on Wednesday. Butler puts it in drive and then stops and scores.
Nice hard drive, free throw line, stops.
Walker and Williams, and then Walker all the way along the baseline. That jumper won't go.
Well, they can live with Kid Gilchrist shooting that shot. And one thing about him, he's a confidence guy. He makes a couple, and he all of a sudden starts to feel good about himself. So he's missed his first 2 jumpers.
McDermott shoveled back. Outside Gibson. That's long, and that time for Hornets there to rebound. Kemba Walker runs Michael Carter-Williams into a screen, and then Michael Carter-Williams had that deflected away, and it's going to belong to the Bulls. Oh, McDermott, along with Gibson, Lopez, Michael Carter-Williams, and Jimmy Butler. And now Taj, little jump hook is good.
And that's what Taj has to do, Neil. He's got to be more aggressive in that paint area. He's got a matchup that he can take advantage of in Marvin Williams, who's not a bad defensive player, but just doesn't have the size to stay with Taj inside.
Batum kicks it out. Corner.
So that's the neutralizer on the offensive end because he's more of a small forward that shoots threes.
8-7. Bulls by 1. Lopez against Hibbert. Hooking and bouncing, no. Tapped out of there, and Batum has it. Batum picked up by McDermott. Rubs him off on the screen. Fires the jumper and missed that. He thought he was fouled. Unless the official know it. Butler. Drive and kick to Lopez. Hooking block, but a foul.
It's going to be on Roy Hibbert.
Well, Hibbert picks up the foul, his first, team second. And this one will put Lopez on the free throw line to shoot 2.
That was a good drive by Jimmy Butler that time. They, again, tried to funnel. What we've been seeing the last couple of weeks is that anytime Jimmy drives, they're going to send 2 or 3 guys at him. Did a good job of finding Lopez.
On Wednesday, January 25th, when the Bulls host the Atlanta Hawks, the Bulls and Mariano's present Health and Wellness Night while supplies last. Fans entering the United Center will receive a cup, compliments of Mariano's. And Lopez makes 1 of 2. Kemba Walker, the Hornets' leading scorer. Diminutive point guard, drive, scoop, short, challenged by Taj. Butler on the move, got into the lane and back out to Lopez. Nothing he could do with it. Williams, rainbow, in and out, loose. Walker, McDermott fell down. They fan it to the baseline, and that won't go, but then chipped in.
And that's where Kid Gilchrist is at his best. About 12 and in, Neil.
Butler, the fake, and started to go. Long range, no. Rebound, Taj, back in and scores.
That's a good job by Taj Gibson again, just imposing his size. He has the matchup to take advantage of tonight if the Bulls want to go that route.
Kemba Walker. He ran into the Hibbert screen. Walker splashes in a 3.
And kind of a little flop that time by Michael Carter-Williams. You got to be honest and true. You got to keep fighting through there. They're not going to give you that call.
Butler against Kid Gilchrist. Stops, pops, bingo. Kemba Walker, they're going to get a timeout as he gets it over in front of his coach. 13-12. Bulls with the lead and a timeout. Hornets with 5:19 left in the first quarter.
Basketball on CSN is presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers. Visit your local Honda dealer today for great deals on all new 2016 models.
On Wednesday, January 18th, join the Chicago Bulls at Spin for a night of ping pong, dinner, cocktails with Bulls players and personalities. All proceeds benefit Chicago Bulls charities. Visit bulls.com/spin to buy tickets now.
And a couple of good signs here in the early going. 9-6 rebound advantage for the Bulls. Points in the paint, 6-2 in favor of the Bulls. And second chance points, 4-2 in favor of the Bulls. See if they can extend this as we play on. Out of the timeout. Hibbert at very long range and had nowhere to go with it. Lopez defends him into the lane and then a little fadeaway, and that was partially blocked and came up well short. Butler slices in. Jumper in the air and good. Right now they're playing Batum on Doug McDermott and Kid Gilchrist on Jimmy Butler.
That was the matchup last game with Dwayne Wade in the lineup. Kid Gilchrist guarded Jimmy.
Williams trying to get a shot up, and Marvin Williams fouled. And he'll get to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Michael Carter Williams with a foul, his first, team's first.
You see Frank Kaminsky getting ready to come in for Roy Hibbert. Now it's a totally different post player now. This is a guy that can pick and pop. He's only shooting below 30% from the three-point line. And he's not going to post up a lot. He can post up, but he likes to play out on the floor, pick and pop game.
Mirotic in for the Bulls and Gibson out. Nico makes a early entrance here. Marvin Williams made 2 free throws, and it's a 1-point game again. The Bulls with the ball and the lead. MCW and now Lopez out beyond the three-point line. Looking for somebody to move. Butler does. Jimmy lifts a 3. That's short.
I tell you, sometimes you gotta look at the matchups and take advantage of them. I mean, if Kemba Walker is going to be such a threat on the offense, you've got to make him go into the post against Michael Carter Williams. Your ball.
Yeah, just kind of left that hanging. Lamb is checked in for the Hornets as well. And here comes Butler reversing and scoring. What a play by Jimmy as he wheeled along the baseline, then reversed one up with English. 17-14. Kemba Walker. He lost Nico. Picked up by Lopez and then has to run it down. And then he beats Lopez and fires the jumper and on the rim and good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's just tough to guard because he's got great handles. I mean, that time he got the matchup that, he had the advantage of and basically had Robin Lopez on a string.
Butler down into the lane to Lopez from 18 feet. That caroms away. And a rebound for the tiny Kemba Walker. Knocked away by Michael Carter. He got it back. Off the screen. Fires the jumper. In and out. And here comes Butler. Jimmy into the lane. Kick out to Doug. Steps up and scores.
Play. Again, looking at Doug McDermott here in the early going. Very aggressive. He's got 2 of 3 right now from the field. 4 points, but he's looking for a shot more, and he's moving without the basketball, which is key.
Walker. Oh, Williams walked. And the Bulls get a timeout with 2:40 left to play. And the Bulls leading by 3.
Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois have teamed up with the Bulls and moved 2 lucky fans closer to the action as part of tonight's Blue Seat Upgrade experience. Don't forget to bring your Blue Cross and Blue Shield card for your chance to win. Blue Cross, through it all. Congratulations to tonight's winners.
On Monday, January 9th, when the Bulls host the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Bulls and CSN present Rajon Rondo Bobblehead Night. While supplies last, fans entering the United Center will receive a Rajon Rondo bobblehead, compliments of CSN. And time now for our Ford drive to the hoop. And this is Jimmy with a spin, and then watch the reverse with English. Nicely done by Jimmy Butler. Jaren Grant checks into the game. Butler back to Lopez. Little hook is good.
Good job by Jimmy finding Lopez rolling to the basket. The Bulls right now 6 assists on 10 made field goals.
Backdoor, Lamb let it roll off his leg. Picked up by McDermott. Now Grant. Jaren Grant stops and looks. Circles right. Back out to Mirotic, a pump fake. He finds Lopez. Back out to Butler, upstairs. Grant the drive, kick to Lopez, and missed it, but that was great ball movement on that possession.
Oh, man, there was a lot of passing that time.
Sessions. And he scores and draws the foul from Doug McDermott.
And that's where Doug has to get better defensively. You can't let a guy come to your chest. You got to pick him up a little earlier. You know, Sessions is a guy who comes off looking for offense, right? You got to make a stand. You're already retreating. And once you start to retreat, a veteran player like Sessions recognizes it, goes right to the rim.
Well, Sessions trying to polish off a three-point play. Steve Clifford ought to just come on down here and stand next to Fred. I mean, he's only about 10 feet from him.
I'll tell you,
He comes all the way to the 8-second line, and sometimes on the other side of it. On the
whatever happened to the coach's box?
There is no coaches.
They should.
That went away a long time. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, Steve Clifford is almost into the Bulls' half of the court. Jimmy misses. Lamb rebounds. Kaminsky. Gilchrist. Kaminsky. Fake, and then they turn around. Boy, that's a tough
nice
shot.
move.
Felicio did a nice job of staying in front of him.
And he threw about 2 fakes on that one move.
McDermott to Butler. Felicio out of the screen. Jimmy the drive and the reverse no, but a foul. Little hesitation move as he got into the lane, and Jimmy will shoot a couple of free throws. These will be, you see Steve Clifford? He actually is in the Bulls side of that hash mark there, but he's getting close to coming over the 8-second line. Butler missed it.
Denzel Valentine checking in for Doug McDermott. So the rotation is a little bit different than we've seen here in the last few weeks.
They're definitely playing the young guys.
Well, you got, Rondo, situation. You don't know where he's going to be. He's even factored into the rotation.
And then Dwayne not playing tonight.
So the rotation is a little bit different.
Lamb. Back out to Kaminsky. Puts it in, drive, spins by Mirotic and missed it. Nice move, though.
Frank Kaminsky loves playing here in Chicago.
Valentine.
Denzel.
Denzel Valentine.
Bulls got a 2-for-1 there with that 3.
Sessions knocked away. Picked up by Nico. Mirotic. Skipped out to Valentine. Back to Grant, and that's saved. Lamb has it. And on the turnover, the Hornets get it back. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Good first quarter by the Bulls.
Bounced in. Hawes goes up and scores. Spencer Hawes, now Jimmy. Butler throws one at the horn. That wouldn't have counted had he even gotten it away. You can see Garrettson waving it off. 25-23. Bulls with the lead at the end of one. And those were our Xfinity Fast Tracks plays of the first quarter. And we remind you to follow our friend Vince Goodwill, our Bulls insider, all season long. on CSNChicago.com, presented by CD Peacock, Chicago's first jeweler featuring Roberto Coin. Visit any of their 3 locations. Well, Jimmy Butler will sit down, and we'll see what this group can do now. There's a look at Dwayne on the bench as he chats with Jimmy.
Dwayne just looked at him like, hey, man, you just got sweat on my nice suit.
On my suit. Move over.
Move over.
Kaminsky against Miričić. Back out to Hawes.
Good defense by Nico.
And Kaminsky fires, missed that, and a long rebound to Michael Carter-Williams.
I'll tell you what, even though he doesn't have a high percentage from the three-point line, he is not hesitant at taking that shot, boy. If he's open, he'll let it rip.
Grant to Miričić. And outside to Grant. Wants some help. Comes on the dribble, knocked away, and stolen by Sessions. Whipped ahead to Batum. Batum drives and scores. It's a tough shot. He made it.
That time, Michael Carter-Williams is kind of running side by side. You got to make a declaration of trying to turn him.
Valentine back to his left, weaves in, kicks it out. Miričić is wide open. Missed that and hung on the board. Rebounded by Lamb. Lamb fires the shot and drew the foul. That's on Valentine. Oh, Denzel Valentine has his first, team's first here in quarter number 2. Doug McDermott got the start this night. He started 4 times a year ago and averaged 11.5 points a game. He's off to a 4-point first quarter on 2 of 3 shooting.
I still think they really miss Jeremy Lamb coming off Jeremy Lin coming off the bench last year with them, because I thought both those guys coming off the bench gave them a different dynamic as far as their reserves were. Jeremy Lin is a better player than what people think.
And
he's solid.
We saw that last year when he and Lamb had a terrific game. Valentine circles and then punches it inside, and it's stolen by Kaminsky. That just took too long to develop. Lamb comes the other way. What a move as he flashes in, scores, and draws the foul from Denzel.
Again, transition defense. You've got to get back defensively and set your feet in the paint. Guys have got to run back, and they've got to get their heels in that red area and make it not so easy for a guy like Jeremy Lamb to break you down and get to the rim. It's not all on Denzel.
Lamb completes the 3-point play. Denzel with 2 fouls now. And the Bulls with 2 team fouls as Michael Carter-Williams goes to work. Outside, Grant into the lane, whip back out. Miričić way deep, and that ricocheted away hard. Boy, was he deep that time. Too deep, as you and I have said. And there's, a driving layup, and let's see what they're going to call here. A push and 2 shots. It's the first on Jaren Grant. To be honest with you,
he's looking for help. I mean, no one's there.
A little tap. I don't know about that. I don't think this affected the shot. Watch. He just left it short.
Either Jaren Grant is super strong, and Sessions is just super light.
Yeah, normally with that push, you would have thought the shot would have been long, but there wasn't much there. Sessions made 1 of 2, 31-25. Hornets with the lead, and a timeout, Fred Hoiberg. So Hoiberg gets a timeout with 9:46 left to play in the half, and the Hornets up 6.
That Bull, we're giving away a signed jersey during every Bulls game on CSN in January. Just tweet the correct answer to the following question using the hashtag #NameThatBull. In 6 career games versus Charlotte, this current Bulls player has averaged 13 points a game. He also scored 515 more total points than Steph Curry during his college career. Stay tuned after tonight's game. The winner will be announced during Bulls post-game live. And I got to say something. So you came to me in the start of the game and you were I wasn't able to hear you, to be honest with you. It was so loud. And you were saying a lot of stuff about my alma mater, USC. Neil, what bowl is Syracuse in?
Syracuse this year decided not to go to a bowl.
No, Syracuse is in the toilet bowl. They're in the toilet bowl game.
Not to go.
No, the Sooners are in the Sugar Bowl. Let's just throw that out there.
Chuck looked like he was hosting To Tell the Truth or something. Michael Carter-Williams bangs one down from 17 feet straight on.
That stopped a Charlotte 10-0 run, Neil. You see on the floor now, there's every one of these guys have less than 4 years experience there. So the Bulls are going to play these young kids now.
Batum just took advantage there of his size as he went to the post. 33-27. MCW runs it up short. Rebound Hawes. And flipped ahead to Ramon Sessions. Sessions dances back away from Nico. Kaminsky wants to feed the post and got it to Hawes. He tried a circus shot that didn't go. And then Hawes he just out-hustled Jaren Grant there.
Ball.
And then that ball deflected and out of bounds. Let's see. Oh, they're going to give that to the Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls dodged one there.
Yeah, they did.
Because, again, not getting that 50-50 ball. And these young kids on the floor now, no excuse to not hustle. You got to get out there. You want playing time. Playing time's earned, not given.
Valentine. Defender stays right with him, and he has to give it up to Grant. Grant the drive. He gives it up. Out of the corner, Mirotic.
Good play. Good play by Jaren Grant. Didn't get flustered when he put the ball on the floor. Exactly where Nico was.
It's a whistle and a foul on Jaren Grant. Comes Kemba Walker back in. Sessions will sit down.
Kemba Walker back for the Hornets.
And Hawes and Kaminsky play catch out front. Batum with a fake and a shot. Got it and a foul. Oh my goodness. You talk about smooth. I mean, he just did not hurry even after the contact.
It just looks like he's always going in slow motion.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
Watch
here.
this.
Shot fake. He knows he's in there and just throws it up. They're going to see if it was a three-point shot.
But, I mean, talk about not rushing. A lot of guys would have just thrown that ball toward the rim. I mean, he was trying to make it even after the contact.
I'll tell you what, though, he's a solid player. And he was clearly on the line. It looked like he was on the line from there.
That's the second on MCW as the Bulls are over the limit. And he's got one shot coming.
Well, right now the Bulls.
One official wants to give him two shots.
Well,
now he changes his mind.
Well, right now the Bulls guards got a couple guys with 2 fouls. Michael Carter-Williams has 2. Jaren Grant has 2. Denzel Valentine has 2. So
36-30 after the three-point play. Valentine tried to feed it underneath to Felicio. Right idea. And that ball kicked and out of bounds. 14 on the shot clock. Jimmy Butler checks back in. He started with Kid Gilchrist on him, but now it'll be Batum who guards him. Out of the corner, Grant flies in and scores. Nice drive by Jaren Grant.
I tell you, when Jaren is aggressive on the offensive end, his whole game is aggressive. He picks up defensively. He is using his hands. A nice drive by Jaren.
And there's a foul. Nope, no whistle as Jimmy knocked that away. And it kind of held off Batum. Butler comes at Hawes, runs in, blocked, and knocked away. And a whistle, and
Fred got a technical.
A technical on Fred Hoiberg.
Good for Fred. He didn't like that call. He thought there was a lot of contact on that drive by JB to the rim.
Well, I think to be honest with you, I think that might have been a little bit of a
makeup
non-call makeup. because at the other end, Batum felt like he was fouled.
And that's good defense. Not a lot of contact, but he let him play on one end.
Yeah, and
I think he let him play on the other end when Jimmy knocked that ball away from Batum.
I agree. Walker shovels and Hawes lays it in. Pretty play from Kemba Walker.
Yeah, they just stretched that pick and roll that time. The big man rolled to the basket. On the scouting report, Hawes is a three-point big man. That time he rolled all the way to the rim.
Butler. Oh, and he got up in the air and then had to slap it back in. Now Butler a drive, knocked away, and that time he drew the foul. And Batum saying, I didn't do anything. Let's see here.
Well, you could have called him numerous.
Yeah, he could have called anything.
You could have called him on the drive.
Oh, Butler makes the first. Free throw attempts. Harden, Westbrook, Davis, Butler, Cousins. All-star caliber players on that list. Walker to his left, spun in and then misdribbled. Hawes back out to Kaminsky. 8 to shoot. Batum for Hawes. Back to Batum firing short. Rebound. Kaminsky back up on a foul.
That ball fell right into Frank Kaminsky's lap. And he was
number one on Nico.
Watch this rebound. This is going to fall right. Nico kind of goes in, steps in, takes a body off of Frank Kaminsky. And as he leaves, that ball falls right into the hands of Big Frank.
Taj Gibson checks back into the game, and he'll get Mirotic. And Nico has a few words for the official as he leaves. Kaminsky, one more coming. Trying to stretch the lead back to 7 and does. 41-34. Jaren Grant with Taj Gibson, Cristiano Felicio, Denzel Valentine, and Jimmy Butler. Well, I'm not sure we've seen this lineup. Here's Butler, and he's fouled again. Boy, he does have a knack for getting to the line. Unreal. Kaminsky the foul.
On Thursday, January 12th, don't miss the official Chicago Bulls Road Watch Party at Dunnigan's Irish Pub. Stop by for the chance to win Bulls prizes and meet some familiar faces as the Bulls take on the New York Knicks. Party starts at 7 p.m. Visit bulls.com/budbars for more information.
Butler with 12 now in the game, staring at 13 with his free throw. 4 of 5 from the line. And now 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 13 points in the game for Jimmy. Batum circles hard, raises up, that's way off. And it pops right to Jaren Grant, and the Bulls are on the run. Grant down the lane, driving and scoring.
Nice play. And when he's in the open court like that, and just play aggressive, get the ball to the middle of the floor, let the traffic set up everything for you. Nice drive by JG.
And a timeout taken by Steve Clifford and the Hornets. 41-38. They lead by 3. Their biggest lead, 7. February 14th, when the Bulls host the New Orleans Pelicans, the Bulls and BMO Harris Bank present Winter Knit Hat Night while supplies last. Fans entering the United Center will receive a winter knit hat compliment of BMO Harris Bank. And time now for our great escape fast break replay. You see Jaren Grant bringing it the length of the floor.
Nice job by JG again, getting the ball to the middle of the floor, letting the big guys run, which takes traffic through. He can use it as a shield as he gets all the way to the rim.
Pause to Batum running in and scores. A little finger roll from about 8 feet.
That was a nice move by Nick Batum.
Butler races in, stops and pops and scores again.
Jimmy thought he was fouled. No call.
All right, now Jimmy's got this team on his shoulders. There's Williams a miss. Butler the rebound. Jimmy pushes it up the right side. Comes at Batum.
I was wondering if they're going to put Doug McDermott back in the game. I just forgot about him. Let's get ready to check in now.
Valentine from the top of the key, and he knocks one down.
I'll tell you what, he's got confidence. Even though he hasn't played a lot this year, boy, Denzel, he comes in that game knowing exactly what to do. He's got a high basketball IQ, and he's aggressive.
Got locked at 43. Kemba Walker to Batum. Batum back out. Pause for 3. And the rebound, Felicio. Bulls can retake the lead. Grant barrels through. Valentine, another 3.
Oh, why not? Why not, Denzel? Give me the hot sauce.
Valentine with a couple, and let's see if Clifford gets a timeout. He does not.
Denzel making a strong case to get in this rotation. I'll tell you, when he hurt his ankle, man, I tell you, he was playing well in the preseason. And then that sprained ankle really kept him out of the lineup.
Baseline jumper doesn't go, and Jimmy's on the run.
Let's see if they find Denzel. He's hot.
Now Grant. He gets to the baseline inside. Felicio wheels, deals, scores.
Oh, Felicio, good hands. Good hands. And the Bulls getting a nice hand from their young players tonight.
Now a 20-second timeout taken by Steve Clifford. A 14-2 run by the Bulls. After they were down by 7, they go up by 5.
And you watch the hands by Felicio. Good pass by Jaren Grant. And then right there.
Went with his offhand, too.
And then you're going to see Denzel right here, straight on. Give me the hot sauce. Bang, bang, bang.
Valentine banging a couple down. You see the Bulls 4 of 8. And it's been their shooting that has cost them dearly in this about 2.5-week stretch they've been in when they just shot the ball miserably. But tonight, shooting it at a much higher clip, 56% from the field, 50% from behind the three-point line.
Well, I mean, Neil, you can't be afraid to play these young kids. They got fresh legs. There's been a lot of basketball in the month of December. There's 17 games in the month of December for this team. And guys are tired. Guys are with Dwayne Wade now, knees swole up a little bit, so he's out tonight. And you got to play these young kids, man. You got to live with what they do. And it's good to see them come out here and be ready to play. The only way they can get better is by playing. They're not going to get better by sitting on the bench.
Kemba Walker picked up by Jimmy Butler on a switch. Kemba comes back. Jimmy went right underneath the screen by Hibbert. Now Batum. Back to Hibbert, fires and scores. Hibbert open and drained it.
His role is so much different than what it was in Indiana. He was a focal point in their offense.
Butler spins in, whip back out to Grant. Grant flipped down to Taj. He flips it and it's picked off.
Well, he thought Robin was going to come a little harder to the basket.
And that ball knocked away, stolen by Jimmy Butler. Sailed ahead to Grant. He saves it back, but right to Batum.
A good hustle by the Bulls, though. Like what you see here in the early going.
To the corner, Marvin Williams. Shot good. He was on the move. 48-47 as the Hornets get back to within 1. There's Jimmy down the lane, stops, fires, short, tap, back up and good.
He just stayed with it that time. Didn't get it the first time.
He's gotten up 10 shots already, way more than anybody else. In fact, 6 more than the next highest, and that's Kemba Walker, a 3 from outside. But Jimmy has made 6 of them.
Well, they need his offense.
Has 17 points.
I mean, you're missing Dwayne Wade, and he's got 17 points Next closest guy is Denzel Valentine, 9.
That's on 3 threes. Butler shoveled back out. Valentine another one, and that one ricochets away.
I would have just loved to see him catch and shoot. He was in a nice rhythm coming up on that play. Took that one dribble.
Batum backing in on the smaller Valentine. Fires and rebound Jimmy. Butler streaks the other way. And looking for Taj. And skips it across. Grant fires, scores.
I'll tell you what.
That's a good look by Jimmy.
Their younger players are knocking down threes. Jaren Grant hit that one right there. And Denzel, 3 of 4.
Walker, hard drive, and the layup's good.
Wow, that's a nice drive right there by Kemba Walker.
He went by people, around people, to the side of people, and scored. 53-52 Bulls. Gibson back to Jimmy, and he's fouled out front. And the officials get a timeout. And that's the second team, third team foul on the Hornets. We'll be back.
Bulls basketball on CSN is brought to you in part by Ford, who invites you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. And by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today.
Neil Funk, Stacey King, back at the United Center. Time for our Chili's Chillin'. And you take a look at Kemba Walker and his scoring since the 14-15 season. This year, 46% and 41% from 3. And both are career highs, and he's averaging 22.7.
Yeah, he's having a career year, Neil. When you look at the numbers across the board, he's just having a phenomenal season. He'll probably be an all-star. But he's a guy that gets his team going. They really need him to play at a high level, both him and Nick Batum, for this team to make some noise here in the second half.
Came into the game as Jimmy fakes. Batum trying to deny him a pass. Finally gets it to Jaren Grant. Grant backs on Kemba Walker, turns. It's way off, and a 24-second violation. The Hornets came in here 19-15 on top of the Southeast Division. Coming off a loss to the Cavaliers. A lot of teams can say that, although the Bulls beat Cleveland here at the United Center. They got a chance to see him again on Wednesday night in Cleveland. That was Lamb, who had a wide open look and missed it. And that would have given them the lead. 40 seconds left. Butler. Lopez. No. And Batum the foul.
Well, I tell you, Jimmy was lucky to get that foul right there. He's going to stop right here. No contact. But he's going to get 3 shots. A lot of times they don't call that.
Yeah.
Especially on a player like Nick Batum, who's got a defensive reputation. And Batum now is second personal foul.
Jimmy makes the first.
Jimmy's on a triple-double watch. 18 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds.
There's going to be Jimmy, who has to carry this team on his shoulders tonight with no Dwayne Wade. The young guys have stepped up. Denzel with 9 points coming off the bench. Jaren Grant has played well. And Butler.
Well, you know what? I like when Jimmy plays efficiently like he's doing right now. You know, he's not searching for shots. The ball, he's not holding on to it.
Walker, and he knocks in a 3 quickly.
Wow, they don't get
and
the ball
they're going
back.
to get 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
56-55 as Butler brings it the other way. And hammers his dribble.
I'm trying to double him now.
Butler looking, circles, and then fires a 3. Missed that. Rebound Grant. Back out Valentine to Taj. He knocks a man down and scores.
Taj, that's bully basketball right there. That's just the bully in the sand pit.
Here comes Kemba Walker. He throws one at the horn.
Oh, did they call a foul?
And I think they did.
Oh, my.
Contacted Kimball Walker, went sailing.
Oh, my.
And let's see if they give him 3.
I don't know. I think he was inside the 3-point line.
It's hard for me to see from here, but
yeah, he's inside the 3. You can't call that one. They gotta let that one go. Wow. That's gonna be on Robin Lopez.
Lopez, personal foul number 1.
Well, give Kimball Walker a lot of credit. He sold this. And he kind of used his arm to kind of initiate that contact to look like Lopez fouled him.
The officials, they're looking at a couple of things. Are they also looking to see if he got the shot away in time?
They might be looking at that, but I mean, they're saying 0.2 from our trusty inside our officials in our truck.
There's Steve Martin, the Hornets broadcaster. He's as baffled as we are. There's the 4. There's the foul.
Wow, that's a tic-tac foul.
We're going to put 0.2 back up on the scoreboard. Put Kimball Walker on the free throw line. The Bulls leading 58-55. So if Walker makes both, he'll get them back to within 1. Both teams have had the lead. Bulls biggest lead 5. The Hornets lead biggest 7. Kimball Walker with 14 points here in the first half. Jimmy Butler's got 20. 12 for Batum, so those two have carried the Hornets. Walker made 2. And now the Bulls will just flip it in. And do it. So the half is over. 58-57. The Bulls with a 1-point lead. Stay with us.
In my USC Trojans, did you see what happened? They just tied up the game. So there you go. Take it over.
I noticed that he didn't say they won the game. He just said they tied it.
He was waiting that whole segment to say that.
I know.
Listen, he's proud of his alma mater, as we all are. And you, not too excited about your football team. But, hey, you know what? There's always next year. 2017, the Syracuse Orangemen. What are they in? What conference are they in? Because are they 2 different conferences for one for ACC for basketball, right? And football must be in what, the Liberty Conference? What conference? What conference are they in?
You know what? I'm not talking to you the rest of the night. 58-57 as Charlotte will inbound to start the third quarter.
It was a good first half for the Bulls, Neil. Real positive.
Fell back by 7, but then came right back to recapture the lead. Outside, jumper short, and the rebound, Jimmy Butler. And Butler with his 7th rebound, make that his 8th rebound of the game.
He's going to mess around here and get a triple-double.
Yeah. 20 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists right now. Whistle, illegal defense call.
A technical foul.
It may have been Hibbert.
One of the areas the Bulls have struggled at in these last 10 games is the third quarter. You know, getting off to good starts on both ends. You know, coming out with the energy that they have in the first half and try to sustain that for 4 quarters. And let's see with the rotations that Fred has gone with these younger legs. Let's see if those guys can come in here and continue to build on a great first half.
Here's Lopez. Jimmy made the free throw. Back to Butler. Monster first half for JB. Fake the step back. Nowhere to go behind his back. And that's a 24-second violation.
And what you see Charlotte doing right now is they're changing their defensive coverages from what they did in the first half to give the Bulls different looks. And that time you saw a kind of a double team that time, a little harder double team than we saw in the first half on Jimmy.
Just underway here in the third period. Neil Funk, Stacey King. Bulls trying to snap a two-game slide, and there's Kemba Walker out of the corner of three, and that gives the Hornets back the lead by one. We've been tied 7 times in 5 lead changes.
Michael Carter-Williams got caught going over the top side on a shooter as Kemba fanned in the corner.
There's a whistle and a foul, and Kid Gilchrist is saying, what? I was playing beside him. That's his third. We'll see if they leave him on Butler. They do. Batum guards McDermott. Same play. Butler slid through, got in the air, kicked out. Michael Carter-Williams running in, stripped away and stolen.
Good defense by Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker underneath, and the layup by Kid Gilchrist is good. Bulls had very good movement in the first half. It was dug from deep, no, spilled to the floor, but
he was trying
the
to get
official,
that call.
yeah, the official is buying that. Here's Batum back outside. On three is good by Kemba Walker, and Fred wants a timeout. So a Hoiberg timeout, 65-59. The Hornets bolt out in front here early in the third quarter.
The BMO Harris Bank Telestrator. Now we're going to keep an eye right here on Michael Carter-Williams defensively. Go ahead and roll it. Now we call this lock and trail. Now freeze it. This is Kemba Walker. He's 4-4 at this point. So you want to get him out here to send him off the screen, and you want to lock and trail. You want to get behind him there. Go ahead and roll it. Michael Carter-Williams, freeze it. Now he's going to try to cheat over the top and try to beat Kemba Walker to the spot. But Kemba Walker's a veteran. He's just going to step right back here to the three. Go ahead and roll it. Catches you cheating, reads it, they find him, bang. 5 of 5 from the three-point line for Kemba Walker here in the early going. You got to play him honest and stay to your defensive principles, locking and trailing.
Michael Carter-Williams against the aforementioned Walker. Butler defended by Kid Gilchrist. Lopez played by Hibbert. And McDermott checked by Batum. Jimmy over Kid Gilchrist around the rim and good. Jimmy with 23 in the game.
Well, if you're Steve Clifford, you know he played about as good as defense on him as you could on that. Stayed right in front of him.
And there's that Butler digs that away from Kemba Walker. Michael Carter-Williams with a left hand, no rebound. Taj short. And then Taj with another rebound. Back up and short again. Rebound Taj. And then loose on the floor and picked up.
You got to convert those Hornets. 2-on-1. You got to convert it.
Well, they had enough tries at it. Outside. And the long three by Williams doesn't go down. Butler. Back to the baseline. The fadeaway. That's too hard. Kemba Walker slows the pace a little bit. 65-61. Hornets the lead. Kemba Walker. And that won't go. And the rebound to Michael Carter-Williams. Good hustle. He read that long rebound. Butler dribble drive. Now Lopez pokes it in.
And it's the first time we've seen Robin Lopez with a perimeter jump shot. He's been knocking that down on a regular basis.
65-63. Inside, scoop, good defense. Good defense and a weak effort by Marvin Williams. Here's McDermott, and that slides off the rim. McDermott went flopping down again. And
yeah, he's got to stop that. He's got to shoot the basketball. He's not going to get those calls, those calls you see when guys fall down and get them.
Walker inside, Hibbert, and that's a weak effort as he tumbles to the floor.
Oh, my.
And now Butler, hard drive, spins in, kicks it out, and traveling. On the turnover, Hornets get it back.
And those are the ones. You had a 5-on-4 break. You had the numbers. Hibbert fell
was
down,
still down at the other end.
You got to score and take advantage. You got to keep the floor space, and you got to look to attack and make them scramble defensively. They just packed it in that time.
Marvin Williams left outside, and Jimmy read that, and Jimmy's on the run. Hibbert tries to track him, and a whistle and a foul.
A good hard foul by Roy Hibbert. Make him earn it from the free throw line. But Jimmy with the steal.
Jimmy has been everywhere. He's got 23 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, a couple of steals. Jimmy with 24 points now.
And the tough thing about that, Neil, is he's not going to be able to beat a team by himself.
No, and I was just going to make the comment. He looks, tired.
Yes.
I mean, he's having to guard one of their best players, if not their best player, in Batum. And then he's been asked to do everything offensively, and he's delivered. Walker, Batum, long range, and he knocked it in. That's a 3 by Batum.
And see, that's what happens when you don't stay connected to the better players in this league. Right there, Batum is a very good three-point shooter. And at that time, Michael Carter-Williams did not stay connected to him, and he got an open jumper.
Butler scores and a foul.
Oh, Jimmy G buckets. The G stands for gifts.
I'm telling you, he's got this whole team on his shoulders right now.
And Michael Kidd-Gilchrist there.
That's his fourth. That's his fourth.
Well, Jimmy's baiting right here. This high screen. Now watch. He knows his man is trailing. He knows Kidd-Gilchrist is trailing the play. And he's just going to stop, raise up. He got Batum early in the first half on that same play.
Butler trying to give the Bulls back the lead. 28 in the game for Butler. 29 in the game. The Bulls have the lead back. Kemba Walker, drive, finish, and that's a straight line drive off the left wing.
Well, that screen was set up almost by half court. He had either way he could have went. It was a double screen, and again, if you don't get up there on these screens, a quick guard like that will just tear you apart.
Butler. Into the corner to Michael Carter-Williams. That caroms away long. Run down by Taj. Out to McDermott. No. Tap. No. And a whistle and a loose ball foul. It might be on Michael Carter-Williams, who came sailing in there. And it is on Michael Carter-Williams. His third. And the Bulls right now with one team foul, 3 on the Hornets. Comes Valentine into the game, and Doug McDermott comes out.
And Doug is 0 for 3. He's got some good looks. He missed a couple of wide open threes.
And then Valentine had a hot hand. Batum bounced to Hibbert, but he couldn't do anything with it. Back to Batum. He got in the air and then got it back and then lost it, then got it up again and then drew the foul. Oh, he was determined that time.
He stayed with it. I mean, he got the ball knocked away a couple of times, was able to secure it. Now he finds himself at the free throw line.
Well, Batum at the line, a 1-point Hornet lead as we've been back and forth all night.
Bulls Nation, enjoy a fun-filled group outing with your family, friends, or co-workers. Groups receive discounts and many exciting extras. To reserve your group outing, call the Bulls at 312-455-4000.
Batum with one more free throw coming. They are 15 of 16 from the free throw line. The Bulls, 13 of 15. And most of those, Jimmy Butler, who's 12 of 13. In fact, only one other guy shot a free throw for the Bulls.
And the Bulls are up an advantage on the rebounds, 31 to 22.
Outside Lopez, that's long, and that tipped around, and Batum has it. Taj battling with 2 of the Hornets. Batum to his left, bounced inside, and Hibbert is sent end over end. And Taj Gibson commits the foul, so Hibbert's going to get to the free throw line.
Well, one of the things that Charlotte has done tonight is keep the Bulls off of second chance points. The Bulls only have 8 second chance points. And they're basically keeping off the free throw line. Even though the Bulls shot 15 free throws.
Well, all of them by Jimmy, essentially.
Yes. He shot 13 to the 15.
And Hibbert makes the first. Kaminsky checks back in. Williams comes out. And Taj out of the game and Nico in. Hibbert, one more free throw coming.
Bulls got 21 points off their bench to 17 for the Hornets.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah. I thought the Bulls bench played really well in that first half. Guys came out and contributed.
Carter Williams down the lane, shot up and no good, and the rebound Batum. He brings it and dishes to Hibbert. Back out to Walker. Little fake to his left, wheels in, and look, Santa whistle and a foul.
You see how crafty he is on the picks? Yeah. I mean, he just kind of darts in and out, left and right. He uses that pick very well to get himself separation.
Yeah, he wants to get the defender on his back, too.
Watch this.
Get him behind him.
I mean, here he is right here. Shot fake. Now he's just going to wait for the screen. He knows Hibbert's going to set a good screen, and he just cuts it tight. And now you're behind him. And we've seen that tonight with him. He's able to play with the basketball off those screens and put you in a lot of problems.
Batum wheels it out. Lamb couldn't do anything with it. Wanted to pull the trigger. Valentine got there. Now he does and scores. That's a tough shot. Denzel was right in his face.
He didn't take the first one, Neil, and then kind of messed around with the dribble and then got elevation.
77-69. Grant back to Nico. Pump fake and a drive. And then he pulled up and scored. I like that.
And he didn't settle for the deep three.
Yep.
His shot fake, got himself a little separation, and he stopped the 9-0 run.
Oh, goodness. Oh, how quick is that? Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
He froze Jaren Grant, got him leaning one way, and then just almost had Nico come out of his shoes.
We're going to get some spacing there. Nico and Valentine are just too close.
There's a pass that's out of bounds, and that's turned over to the Hornets. Well, the Hornets get it back. They lead 79-71. This is their largest lead of the game. And no lead for either team has been saved. Batum back to Kaminsky. He backs in on Nico, backs him all the way into the post, went up and had it blocked, and that's out of bounds. And going to go to the Bulls. Great defense by Mirotic. Nico with some great one-on-one defense on Kaminsky.
Good job by Nico.
Grant. Lopez back to Jaren. Now handed to Jimmy. Butler down the lane, runs up a shot, missed it. And a whistle and a foul on Kemba Walker. Yeah. Jimmy back to the line again, where he's already 12 of 13. The only other free throws in the game for the Bulls have been shot by Lopez, who went 1 for 2. No one else has attempted a free throw other than Jimmy. On Saturday, January 7th, when the Bulls host the Toronto Raptors, the Bulls and Jewel Osco present Jimmy Butler bobblehead night. While supplies last, fans entering the United Center receive a Jimmy Butler bobblehead compliments of Jewel Osco. Felicio checks in. And Lopez comes out.
Right now, the Bulls have got to get some other people involved, because Steve Clifford right now will be content letting Jimmy get his and shut everybody else down.
Well, and now Jimmy has played, we approach 3 minutes in this quarter, so he's played 9 minutes in the period. I don't know that you can. You'd like to get him some rest, but I don't know whether you can or not. Batum, that's good. That's
nice.
just a smooth, tough shot.
And he's got a smooth, quiet 19.
He's got 19. Kemba Walker's got 25. Grant driving. Let go. Rebound.
All there.
Pause. Players were spilled everywhere. Batum kicked out. And Lamb has to bring it back out front.
Jared Grant, a lot of contact on that drive.
Kaminsky. Fake. Spins in. Stripped and stolen. Here comes Grant. He runs right in. Left it short. Felicio with it. And then got it back. Saved to Grant. Good job by Cristiano. Grant. Drive again. And a kick. Valentine on the corner short. Rebound Felicio along with Miritich way outside.
That was from Rockford. That was from Rockford, Illinois. Wow.
81-76. Right now, the Hornets playing without Kemba Walker. Batum's still out there. I think he's still out there because Jimmy's still out there. Sessions. Stood away. Valentine on the run. Valentine down the lane.
Ankle. Turned his ankle again.
Trying to get up.
Oh, you hate
Here's
to see
Sessions,
that.
and he scores at the other end.
Timeout. 20-second timeout. Bulls.
He is holding his left ankle.
Oh, man.
And a timeout taken. 83-76 with $1:45 left in the third. Back after these messages.
This pass has to be made right there, right down the middle of the lane. Boom, fast break. What happens is, go ahead and roll it. They missed the pass, and then the lane starts freeze it. Now the lane starts to close up now. You've got three guys in that paint, and there's nowhere to go. Go ahead and roll it. And as he comes in, they just kind of close in, and he turns his ankle. I think it was on Batum's foot. Here it is right here. He's coming down again. He's going to step on Batum's foot. And that's just, you hate to see that. Watch this again right here. He's just going to step on his foot right there. Ooh. And you hate to see that because he's been playing extremely well tonight. So we've got Jaren Grant, Felicio, Jimmy Butler, and Doug McDermott comes back in the game for Denzel. We hope that ankle is okay.
Grant. Left side, and then looped underneath for Jimmy. Catch, shot good.
And he went right into the post. And Jimmy's kind of gotten away from that deal where going inside in the paint where he uses his strength. He's so strong down there.
Well, he fooled Batum that time. Batum to Lamb, running in, shot good.
Oh,
shot it right, going left.
Tough shot. Lamb is so athletic.
5-78. Sessions matched up with Jaren Grant. Jimmy curls to the top. Batum shades him one way. Jimmy goes through him and scores again.
Right now, there's no stopping Jimmy Butler.
Well, it's like a one-man wrecking crew.
That's like right now he's just all the offense for the Bulls.
He's got 35 points,
He might
9
have to score
rebounds,
50.
6 assists.
He might have to score 50, Neil.
Batum kicks it out. Sessions thought about it. Flip to Hawes. Hawes holds, looks, back out. Batum. 3-2. Batum fires, missed it badly, and it's out of bounds.
And this is where you like to see some other guys step up here now. Take some pressure off of JB. And 35 seconds left here in the quarter.
24-second violation.
Well, he's played the entire quarter. Right now, he's approaching, how about this, Stacey? He's played 31 minutes to this point.
Wow. And had to do it all.
Jaren Grant, wild shot tipped in by
Good job,
Felicio.
Recognizing that Spencer Hawes went to go block that shot, took a body off of him, free reign to the rim.
Sessions against Grant. Trying to get some separation, runs it by Hawes. Sessions drives, lost the handle, back out to Lamb. Lamb with 4 seconds, 3. He fights to his right and then fires his shot up wild, and that is picked up by the Bulls. And they throw it the length of the floor. And we have played through 3, 85-82. The Hornets pulled away, but the Bulls didn't let them get out of sight, and they closed to within 3. Bulls up by 2 at the end of the first, and then the Hornets won the second period by 1, and they win the third period by 4. And next Monday, the Bulls welcome in Russell Westbrook and the Thunder, starting at 6:30 with Bulls pregame live, presented by Coors Light, and streaming on the NBC Sports app.
Jimmy's going to get a little pit stop here in the fourth quarter. I don't know how long he's going to be out.
What a game he has played. 10 of 17 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the three-point line, 14 of 15 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, a bunch of steals, and 35 points for JB.
Well, this is his 20th game with double-digit free throw attempts in the season.
Way outside, and that's an air ball. I mean,
and you can't have that. Not starting the fourth quarter with your best player on the bench. You've got to get some movement. There's no reason why this group can't move the basketball and get it moving and find better shots.
And we saw him do that in the first half.
This is not your time to get open shots.
Good defensive play by Jaron Grant, who cut right in front of Kaminsky. Michael Carter-Williams, hard drive, ran out of real estate, back to Nico. Circles, and then he unloads another one, and that's off target.
See, I'd like to see Nico beat Frank Kaminsky off the dribble. I mean, put the ball on the floor and go by him, not just settle for 3. That's 2 straight possessions. The Bulls got empty possessions.
Lamb. We got Doug on his hip.
And this is where you miss Dwayne Wade with the second group. And you can't play Jimmy the whole game, so he's out. So now this group has got to rely on ball movement and hit the open man.
Grant running in, scores.
There you go, good job.
87-84.
Attack the rim.
The tomb out right now for the Hornets, but Kemba Walker back out there. Ramon Sessions. It's not a good shot there, and the rebound to Michael Carter-Williams. And he crossed over and drives and finishes.
Nice move that time. He faked Kemba Walker out of his Nikes. He thought he was going to go over the screen with the right, came back with the left, and got all the way to the rim.
1-point game.
Well, there's going to be some offensive fouls. There's a lot of moving screens.
That's Kaminsky. The committed, he paid the price. He got whacked on the hip.
That's what you got to do. If you're a guard coming off those screens and they're setting those illegal picks, man, you put that shoulder down and make him hesitant next time to set a screen. Lamb got away with one underneath the basket with the elbow.
Grant. Cross over Kemba Walker. Kemba stayed in front of him. Now Nico, 11 to shoot. To Doug. McDermott backing on Lamb. Wheeled by him. Nice.
Doug can do that. Doug's got a post game. You just don't hardly ever see it.
And the Bulls are back in front on the McDermott hoop. 88-87. You start to see how much Batum means to the Hornets. Lamb, shot short, and a foul. That's on Doug McDermott.
McDermott is second. First team.
Lamb goes to the free throw line, trying to give the Hornets back the lead.
Lamb's been big off the bench. It's his 13th point off the bench on 4 of 6 from the field. He's got 5 rebounds, a couple assists.
Yeah, nobody else has done much. Kaminsky with 4, 6 for Sessions, and 4 for Hawes.
They really miss Cody Zeller, though. Cody Zeller does a lot of the dirty work, gets some easy buckets in transition because he runs like a demon. He's one of the best big man post lane sprinters in the game. He puts a lot of pressure in the pick and roll game.
McDermott. They're trying to sneak up behind him now. Mirotic back to Doug. Doug races into the left side. Got a shot high off the rim. No. Rebound tapped out of there. And here comes the dangerous Kemba Walker. Walker back outside. Circles again. Lamb, pause, back to Lamb, underneath, and the layup is goaltended.
That was a good recognition that time. The Hornets saw Frank Kaminsky had Jaren Grant on him in the post. And Lamb, now watch Lamb right here. He's going to get it right back from Hawes, and at the last second, sees it, boom, gets it right to Kaminsky. Good movement.
Mirotic against Kaminsky. Michael Carter stops, shoots one too hard, and the rebound to Lamb. Lamb pushes it, and then accelerates again and back out. Kemba Walker to Hawes. He didn't want to pull the trigger. Back out, underneath, and Hawes scores.
Good play.
And that was some great ball movement there as they found the open man Hawes right in front of the rim, and it's 93-88 as the Hornets are back in front again with 8:35 left to play for your game. Now tonight at midnight, grab your nightcap of the day in Chicago sports and beyond on CSN Fast Break. It's the show with scores, highlights, and interviews neatly packed into 15 short minutes. Coming up at midnight right here on CSN. And we go to our Chuck Garfien. What do you got, Chuck?
Well, you see right here, there's Denzel Valentine. After he twisted his ankle, we were thinking the worst, and you figured he'd be going to the locker room and getting it checked out, but he is on the end of the bench doing defensive slide. He even changed shoes. He was wearing red shoes before, now gray shoes, giving him more support. We'll see if he can come back.
And there's a spin move inside by McDermott, and a good look. And a well-run play out of the timeout. McDermott with a chance for a three-point play.
And it's funny, Neil, we don't see this ever with Doug McDermott. And if you remember him back at Creighton, a lot of his points came from in the post. And tonight, 2 times, 2 for 2, he's in the post, and now he scored. And he took Jeremy Lamb down there twice now and kind of abused him in the post.
And that was a well-run play, too.
Right? And Bulls might want to put that in their playbook.
There's Hawes, whipped upstairs. Lamb knocked down shooting, and he'll shoot a couple of free throws. Grant commits the foul. That's 3 on Jaren Grant, and the second team foul on the Bulls. And Lamb misses the first one.
A lot of time left. And you see Fred trying to steal some rest for Jimmy.
And Lamb made 1 of 2.
This group just got to keep it close here.
McDermott wheels, fires, scores.
I tell you, you better put that in the playbook. That better be in the playbook the rest of the year. Doug McDermott can work out in that post. That's 3 for 3 on Lamb.
Yeah, right over the top of him that time. Kemba Walker back to Sessions. Inside, Hawes, layup is good.
That's too easy. That's too easy right there. You can't give him easy buckets. Jimmy's gonna come in now, 1 possession game. Let's see if they go back to Doug in the post.
There is Grant down the right side. McDermott, the drive, the spin, the fadeaway. That time won't go.
I like that, though. I like to see Doug being aggressive.
Here comes Kemba Walker. He drives, he shoots, he scores.
And that high pick and roll. Remember in Charlotte, he was missing a lot of layups. He really was shooting the ball, didn't shoot the ball particularly well. They came away with the win.
He's got 27. Here comes Nico driving, scooping, scoring. Used his length there at the end, extended, and banked it in.
And used his quickness. And he's got Kaminsky on him. That's where you got to recognize, KYP. Know who's on you. You don't have to settle for threes all the time.
Kemba Walker to Kaminsky. The fake. Shoveled back. And Hawes flips it up and good. Kaminsky a good find.
Again, Nico
trading buckets.
Nico running him off, trying to run him off that three-point line. Again, he's under 30%. You want to encourage him to shoot that shot.
Grant cranked across. Nico, defender stayed down. Mirotic backs him into the lane. And the whistle. And the foul is going to go against the Hornets.
And that was a flop by Jeremy Lamb.
And a late whistle. Second team foul, second on Lamb.
And a smart play by Nico. Again, recognition, understand he's got the size advantage over the smaller guard, and immediately goes into the post, backs him down from the three-point line.
And Nico, free throws coming. Mirotic, first trip to the line tonight. In fact, no one, that's the first free throw off the bench tonight. Jimmy Butler back in.
The Bulls are going to go small here. A quicker lineup with Nico at the power forward, Taj at the center.
There's Mirotic making a couple of free throws. Nico with 12 points in the game. Batum back in for them. Taj picked him up. Dumped down to Hawes. And a whistle. And 3 seconds called.
Good job.
The Bulls are going to get it back.
Good job. Made him work on the offensive end that time. They were looking to go to Hawes. 3 seconds.
Outside McDermott, back to Butler, raises and shoots an air ball. Saved by Taj, but it was out of bounds. It had hit the end line and a timeout taken. Timeout, and officials timeout with 5:55 left for your game and a 3-point Hornet lead.
Buy great seats from season ticket holders or sell your seats to other fans through NBAtickets.com. It's official, fast, and secure. Visit NBAtickets.com today.
Neil Funk, Stacey King, as we get a look at Doug McDermott.
Well, Doug McDermott started going inside, using his strength and his body on the smaller Jeremy Lamb. There's an and one right there. And again, just being aggressive. This looks like Doug McDermott from Creighton. Again, fall away jump shot, and you look at his numbers on the night. 11 points, 5 of 11 from the field. But lately, this news quarter, he's come up big for the Bulls.
Well, the Hornets are going to have the ball with a 3-point lead. As I said a moment ago, no lead in this game has been safe for either team. Batum knocked away. And then back to Kemba Walker. Look at Jimmy, he's just playing center field. Hawes spins in, that's knocked away. Collects it, fires it, missed it. Rebound back up, and a 24-second
Good
violation.
defense. That's the way to dig deep that time, Neil. Good ball pressure.
That was Jimmy. I'm telling you, he guarded 3 guys on the same possession.
Good ball pressure that time. Taj came over and knocked the ball out of Batum's hand. It's really kind of started it. And then good job staying in front of guys, not giving them a chance to get an easy layup.
JB for Nico, and now Taj. To Doug. Back to Grant. Straight line drive. Short. And they lost the handle on it and then picked it up. Kemba Walker saved the day. Skipped across to Batum. Deep left corner and back to Batum again. Batum, he drives into traffic, and as he delivered the pass, he knows he should have thrown that toward the rim, and he would have been shooting. Taj Gibson the foul. It'll be sideline out of bounds with 14 on the shot clock. Carter Williams comes back into the game, and Jaren Grant comes out.
Jaren Grant missed that layup, but he's been solid. 9 points. 6 assists and 3 rebounds.
I think this is more about Michael Carter Williams' defense on Kemba Walker than anything. Jaren played well. And the bench has played well. Kemba Walker. And right. Shot up and no good. You're going to give Kid Gilchrist that shot all day long. Butler drops it back. Michael Carter Williams back to JB. Butler to his left. Dancing, looking. And now McDermott gets it to Nico. It's an air ball.
That's not a good shot.
Kemba Walker.
Again, Doug has got to move. They were having so much success throwing in the post to Doug.
It's almost like the Hornets don't want to shoot it now. Kemba Walker back upstairs. They move it. Batum. 4 to shoot. Inside Hawes. He gets it to Marvin Williams. Short. Williams back up. Stripped and stolen. Or rather, that was Kid Gilchrist. Here's Butler. Driving. Foul. Score.
Oh, Jimmy G buckets. The G stands for gets.
And he could tie the game. Wow.
I'll tell you what. They did not get back on defense. One of the rare times that the Hornets did not get back on D. And there you see Spencer Hawes is a fish out of water. He's about 20 feet away from the rim. He is not comfortable being out there. And then Jimmy saw the opening, went to the basket, drove it on him, and won.
Boy, and that was a tough shot to make. Boy, after a hard foul.
Look at Jimmy's free throws.
14 of 15, 15 of 16. And he's tied the game at 100. You talk about a guy putting the team on his shoulders.
And now it's all about how bad do you want it to see the Bulls out here now. And try to stop this little losing streak.
Outside, and the Bulls' defense is stiffened. They get it inside, though, and not that time.
Well, again, you're helping everybody out. Nico let his man just basket cut, which forced Hodge to come over, and then the easy bucket for the Hornets. Got to be solid defensively.
Butler raises up and is fouled again. Kid Gilchrist with the foul. I think it was on the floor and not on the shot, so McDermott will inbound. And a technical.
Is that going to be on Clifford?
Or is it on Kid Gilchrist? Might have been on Clifford. He's giving the official an earful right now. Jimmy makes the free throw. It's a 1-point game. And the Bulls with a chance to go back in front here.
The technical foul is called on Michael Kid Gilchrist.
Yeah, I thought it was on Kid Gilchrist. He looked unhappy when he got up, and now he's...
How about Jimmy with a season high? Free throws made and attempted, tied.
Butler against Batum. Shot too hard. Picked up by Jimmy and he scores.
It feels like Jimmy's like there's 5 Jimmys out there.
Well, there are.
He's like everywhere.
Basically at both ends of the floor.
A season high 41. They've needed every bit of them.
103, 102. Outside, deep 3, no. Hawes back tap and collected by a fan.
Oh, wow. He might have pulled a Bartman.
Yeah, exactly.
He jumped up.
He jumped up.
Oh, my goodness. He pulled a Steve Bartman. Oh, wow. Watch. Look at Clifford. Because they thought Clifford's arguing, thinking they had a chance to get that loose basketball.
So now it belongs to the Hornets.
Boy. Yeah, he pulled a Steve Bartman, man.
Marvin Williams, a little floater that's good. 104, 103, Hornets by 1. Now here comes Jimmy Butler. Directs some traffic. Lines his teammates up. Michael Carter Williams, he got it right back.
Good drive. Now it's defense time.
Kemba Walker. Batum. And Walker's knocked down at the baseline.
That's a smart play by Kemba Walker. Reggie Miller used to do that same play. Go hard on the baseline, then stop.
And the Hornets get a timeout. Walker fouled at the baseline. 105-104. Bulls with the lead. Tonight's Lexus pursuing perfection player of the game, and who else but Jimmy Butler? I mean, the numbers are extraordinary. 35, make it 36 minutes for Jimmy. 12 of 21 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the three-point line, 16 of 17 from the free throw line. He's got 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, a block shot, and 41 points.
And
that's extraordinary basketball.
That technical foul, Neil, was not on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. It was on Pat Ewing.
Really?
Yeah.
They changed it then.
They changed it.
Batum gets it in for Kemba Walker. Bulls with a 1-point lead. Kidd-Gilchrist got inside. Nope. And then front court, and it's won by Michael Carter-Williams. Butler drive to the rim, scores!
I'll tell you what, you better send a double team. He's flying all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
I'm really surprised that they are continuing to play defense on Jimmy the way they have, especially late game situation.
Well, that time, before they could get set up, he was at the rim. Jimmy with the finish.
Get some butter with that roll, Neil Funk.
Tonight's unlimited performance brought to you by Metro PCS, and it's the Bulls and Cavaliers on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. As you take a look at what happened the first time they met, the Bulls 111, the Cavaliers 105 back on December 2nd. So the Jimmy Butler show continues. It's been Butler, then Butler, then Butler, then Butler.
Well, I'll tell you what. I said he's going to probably have to go for 50 for the Bulls to win this game, and he's right at 43 points right now. He's got 11 rebounds and 6 assists. Very efficient, 13 for 22.
Now, right now,
Help.
shot inside goes for Kemba Walker right now. A full timeout and a 20 remaining for the Bulls for the Hornets, 2 20s. And neither team has a foul to give. Butler raises up, scores.
The goal looks like a Lake Michigan right now, Neil. Anything he throws up is going in.
109,
45.
106. And he is 14 of 23. Goodness gracious. Lamb, he beats Doug down the lane, finds Hodge.
Give me that. Give it to Jimmy. Give it to Jimmy. There you go. Go get it, JB.
Don't you dare give it to anybody else. Jimmy at the top against the Batum. Jimmy, the step back, then he finds McDermott blocked by Hawes. Taken away. Taj with it stripped. Loose on the floor. And what do we got? For the out of bounds to the Hornets.
Here goes look.
Well, now he's going to... First he said Bulls, then he said Hornets, now he says wait. So they don't have any idea, basically.
I'll tell you, I thought Taj got fouled going up by Kemba Walker.
So both teams get an extra timeout here.
We're talking about let Jimmy have the ball. But he made a great basketball play right there. You saw Doug McDermott cutting. You see right there, Michael Carter-Williams gets the ball. Going out. Now watch Kemba Walker come down here and Ginsu knife Taj Gibson. That should have been a foul.
Lots at 102. So 109, 106. The Bulls with a 3-point lead.
This is a big call right here. For the Hornets, they got to get the ball.
They got to give it to the Hornets.
Yeah, they need it.
Well, still 2 20s left for the Hornets. A full and a 20 left for the Bulls, neither team with a foul to give.
Keep an eye on Kemba Walker. He's been their best three-point shooter tonight, 5 of 7, but he has missed his last 2 attempts.
Batum gets it into the front court. We're under a minute to play. Batum inside the Hawes, knocked away and stolen.
Pull it off.
Now put it in Jimmy's hands, as we said before.
And this is a big possession here for the Bulls, as well as the Hornets. They've got to get a stop.
Jimmy's playing this like it's the last shot of the game. Holds the ball out against Batum. Circles to his right, dances back, fires.
Sriracha! He's hot!
Oh my goodness!
47, Neil Funk. He's channeling his inner Michael Jordan. Oh my goodness! Woo!
Not much they can do.
Happy New Year, Chicago!
Now, if you get the ball back, what do? You give it to Jimmy.
Yes, here it is right here. They ran the clock down about 8 seconds, and here he is right here. Sriracha!
Jimmy buries another one, and Butler with 47 points.
I'm going to tell you what. I know Steve Clifford has a lot of confidence in his defense, but the way they play Jimmy was totally different than they played him in Charlotte. They'd allow their guys to play him one-on-one, put a lot of trust in Nick Batum, and then he just went to work. I mean, one-on-one. I mean, there was no doubles coming at him tonight, Neil, and he made him pay. And here it is right here. Now watch. There's going to be a hard show by Kemba Walker, and then Jimmy just sizes him up and says, you know what? You want to keep that hand down? Take that with you. You must not have been watching the score sheet. I'm on fire.
Jimmy, in this game, he's got 47. But the Bulls have shot 22 free throws tonight. Jimmy has shot 17 of the 22.
Well, we saw this kind of game last year. It was in the Toronto game.
Yeah.
Where guys were missing with injury, came in and played. Here it is tonight. Guys are out with injuries out there.
They get it to Batum. He fakes. Jimmy's all over him. Batum a drive and a wild shot. Butler fittingly with a rebound.
47 points
and they
12
foul
rebounds.
Jimmy Butler. Don't you dare throw that to anybody else,
Nope.
Jimmy Butler.
If you do, I'm fining you. I'm fining you.
Butler.
I'll tell you what. That was a Herculean performance because this team came in struggling, and Jimmy without Dwayne Wade, you got Rondo situation happening. Jimmy had to pretty much play the entire game. I mean, it's 38 minutes. He had to guard. He had to guard. I said he's gonna have to have 50 to win this game. He's gonna be pretty close.
That's 48 right there, and if he makes this one, it's 49.
And if he wouldn't have missed that one free throw, he would have 50. That's the only thing he's done wrong, is missed that free throw.
17 of 18, 18 of 19 for Jimmy Butler.
No foul.
He's been fun to watch. Kemba Walker skids to a stop. The three is good. It was 16.4. And Michael Carter-Williams is fouled. And Jimmy.
I wanted Jimmy to get that ball.
Dwayne Wade's yelling at Jimmy, you got to go get that.
Yeah, I wanted Jimmy to get that ball. I wanted him to get 50. There's only a few guys in this league that, you watch the highlights of guys getting 50. When you watch these guys get these 50, they're very efficient. Jimmy 15 of 24, 18 of 19 from the foul line,
and
12 rebounds.
12 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals.
So very efficient game both ways. And again, Jimmy's going to shoot it. So he's going to get 50. I told you, just call me Nostradamus. I told you he's going to get 50.
No, you said that he'd probably have to score 50 for them to
Well,
win.
Neil, don't rain on my parade, okay?
All right, you said he'd get 50.
The fans didn't know that.
Here we go. Butler has 50.
There you go. I'd like to thank everybody who listened to me tonight when I said that Jimmy would need 50 for the team to win.
And he's got 50, and the team is up 6 with 15 seconds left. And that lead can be stretched a little bit more as Michael Carter-Williams is now at the free throw line.
There's been 8 players that scored 50 this year in a game. Jimmy is one of them.
Here comes Kemba Walker. He races in, and the layup's good.
Gotta keep playing, though. Gotta keep playing.
And a whistle and a foul.
20-second
Call timeout.
No, 20-second timeout. taken by the Bulls. It's 116-111 with 8.7 left. Again, neither team with a foul to give, and now the Bulls they have a full timeout left, and the Hornets have a 20 left. Now 116-111, so the Bulls with 8.7 seconds left on the brink of snapping that two-game losing streak and climbing back to within a game of 500.
I tell you,
it doesn't get any easier. As you mentioned, Stacey, the schedule, you got Cleveland and Toronto coming up.
And Cleveland's on some payback.
Yeah, and in the not too distant future, you got Oklahoma City and Mr. Westbrook.
Well, we talk about it. It's going to be a grind for this team, because you got to come out every night and you got to compete. You got to come out and compete. You got to want it more than other teams.
They get it into Jimmy. He circles foul by Kid Gilchrist.
Oh, Kid Gilchrist.
Kid Gilchrist.
That should be 5. He fouled out. I tell you, Jimmy hits these 2 free throws. You can drive home safely. Chicago, welcome to the new year, 2017.
Butler looking at 51 and 52 here.
But we talked about this team. It's a mental focus. You've got to come out and you got to put 48 minutes together. You got to play 4 quarters. And the way you do that is guys have got to come in and they've got to execute and they've got to do the things that they need. I thought they got a big boost out of their younger players tonight. I thought their younger players came out. I thought Jaren Grant played well. I thought Valentine was having a good game before he hurt his ankle. Nico played well. If they can get those kind of contributions on a nightly basis, and we know it's not going to always be like that, but to come out and play hard every night. That's all you need.
The bench, I thought, played awfully well. Didn't get to the line, but 2 times. But Nico with 12, 9 for Grant. Felicio had 4. Valentine with 9. And as we promised earlier in the game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. If this features anybody except Jimmy Butler,
I'm going to slap you, Neil.
Yeah, I'm going to slap you. Butler draining one right there. That was the last one he hit.
Big-time players make big-time plays. That's why he's an all-star.
Wow, he just kept pouring it on, too. It was all variety of shots, drives, mid-range shots.
I was just surprised that I thought they'd come out of halftime, Charlotte, and make the adjustment, saying, hey, you know what? Jimmy's got it going a little bit. He had 20-something at half. Let's slow him down. Let's see if some other guys beat us. They continue to play the same defense on him, and Jimmy just abused him. He only took 4 3-point shots tonight, 1 of 4. Yeah. But everything was inside of like 18, 20 feet. He hit a couple of nice jump shots, but they continued to play that defense and said, hey, you know what?
Lamb, quick turn and shoot. He missed everything, and 3.4, that's going to do it as Steve Clifford tells his team to back away.
Please back away. Please back away from the ball.
And
we're going to get the ball in.
Just flip it in. That's it. Game over. Bulls win 118 to 111. Maybe you should say Jimmy Butler 118. I mean, he was terrific. The bench played great tonight for the Bulls. And then Jimmy Butler down the stretch went to the whip and carried him home.
Did he?
And in a big time performance. And let's go to our Chuck Garfine. Chuck.
All right, Jimmy, got the numbers here. 52 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Not bad. Not a bad game for you here tonight. I'm being sarcastic. How are you feeling?
I feel good. Made some shots, got to the free throw line, got to win. That's all I really care about, man. I'm glad we pulled this one out in the new year, and hopefully it's the start of something.
How big did the hoop look for you tonight? You made a whole lot of shots.
It was pretty big, but over the weekend I was in the gym. That's what I pride myself on. And my teammates kept giving me the ball even when I didn't want the ball, telling me to score, be aggressive. When you got teammates like that, your confidence is through the roof.
Were you surprised they didn't try to double team you down the stretch, especially?
Not really. I guess I just had it going. We started double teaming them too. Kim was a hell of a player. We got to lock in on him, and then they got so many great shooters, man. It's just good to win, though. At the end of the day, we won.
Did you hear the MVP chants?
Yeah, I heard it.
That was Michael Carter-Williams.
Yeah, I heard it.
That was love right there, wasn't it?
That's no free throw to tell you the truth. That's a lot of pressure, but I got it done. I stepped up and made it.
But when you hear the MVP chants, that's got to feel really good.
It does, man. I love this city. I think this city loves me as well, and I want a championship here. We got a long way to go, but it's possible.
Congrats on the game, and yes, of course, the win. I know you want that more than anything.
Thank you.
Jimmy Butler, Neil Stacy, back over to you.
All right, and we will take a break and then be back with a final word here from the United Center.